Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently making our way into Scotland here. We would like to prevent not this war from happening, but specifically this war from finishing. So they're not going to get any more from score cap. They are potentially going to get more from siege. So what we should do is we should split up our force here. We should arrive here. Ooh, they are sieging that very fast. Okay, we need to split off our bombards here, as well as probably around 20k forces or so. These guys are going to head in here with a siege leader, and we're going to look to take this back as quickly as we can while we head up over this way. Okay, I want to check in... Ooh, they sieged that so quickly. So we might end up losing some territory here. Unless we can get here in time, it's going to be really slow. Okay, we did get that siege done. Hang on. Scottish de jure war. What do we have going on here? This occupation here, 85%. Okay, I think we did it. They didn't end it when they could have, which is wild. They should have. They definitely should have ended it there. Okay, so they are running away from us, which is deeply unsurprising. I am not going to fight this force for the moment. We're going to siege this. And then I want to chase down this army. I would like to... Where's their capital at? We would have to take London. Right, okay. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. I think instead we're just going to fight in Alt-Klut. That should be fine. So I'd like to fight this army up here for the moment. We're going to catch something there. Yeah, that looks solid. And then we are going to head up over and start sieging up over this way. Okay, so we're going to stack wipe this force, which was very deliberate. And that's going to net us a lot of prestige in theory. Yeah, 1970 prestige. Not bad. Not bad at all. I'd like to come out over here and grab this army as well. We'll see if we can actually catch them. Looks like we can, though. So that is magnificent. We can grab a Dynasty Legacy here, and it's octogenarians. Okay, looks good. Cool. So this is all stack wiping. That's perfect. I'm going to bring in our siege force over here. So they should have functionally lost their war at this point. So if we check in on, say, this guy. That's the Scottish de jure war. Right. I don't actually care about that. What I care about is this other war here. Which I'm not sure even still exists at this point. We managed to prevent it from happening, so that's great. I'm very pleased to see that. We're going to fight the British force here. Perfect. Now, we don't have anything to take over in this siege. So we can walk down over here and slow siege while we fast siege up this way. We're at 91% at this point. Now, I have noticed that this faction exists and they have not gone away. This is Catholic populists. They're probably going to actually fire. That should be a real faction. So we'll have to deal with that. Do we have another big plague going on? Is that why that's happening? There are a lot of plagues. Okay. Including Empress is Evil over here in France. That's probably why this is happening. We're being blamed for this because we're not Catholic. So that's okay. I do want to come in here and make sure, yeah, you're Seguic, so you should be working on converting that area. For the time being, we just want to wrap up this war. And we'll enforce these demands. We'll disband these troops. Excellent. So now the question is, can we yoink Britannia in theory? Obviously, the religion thing will be a problem. 62 of 75 required counties. Okay, so at this point, what our goal would be to get the Kingdom of England title. We're going to be truced, so we don't want to do it right now, but I'm just looking at possibilities. Okay, that's definitely interesting. So what about up here? I wouldn't mind getting this scratched off of the to-do list. Too far away? Okay. children. Sure. So this isn't particularly auspicious at this moment. What about the Empire title of Scandinavia? We don't have quite enough for that. So that would require that we take over Savo and Viking over here. The question is, what about Sapmi? Will we require any of that? Probably. This is 3 counties, and this is 3 counties. So, yeah, we're going to have to take over some territory up here. That's noted. Okay, so we can definitely do that. We have de jure claims here, probably. We don't have de jure. Why don't we have de jure here? Kingdom of Norway doesn't exist. This is under the Kingdom of Wales and Ireland and Sweden over here. So we can create the Kingdom of Norway. We can hold that ourselves. Or we could just give it to, like, the King of Ireland, and that's probably fine. Let's demand he converts as well. What about the King of Scotland? Is he the correct religion? Yes, he is. Wales? No. Okay. We'll demand his conversion. So that seems good. Okay. So I would also like to attack this guy, right? We could do a duchy conquer, but I feel like this should be this de jure part of the Kingdom of Finland. We can create the de jure Kingdom of Finland. That's not a problem. And we would end up seizing this de jure. Beautiful. So that seems okay. I'm not going to declare multiple simultaneous here because they're pretty far away from each other. So that seems fine. And we're going to raise up our men-at-arms and head on in over here. That looks good. So this faction went away when we exited the war, but came back when we re-entered the war. Oh, it exited because we demanded some conversion, I bet. Okay, so we should definitely demand conversion for any of these that we can. They might accept. Well, it's worth a roll. 32%, it's worth a roll. Okay, refused and refused. I'm not surprised about that, but it was worth a try. Cool. So this faction is very likely to fire, I think. And that just makes sense. I'm not surprised about that. Fervor of 84% on Catholicism. Okay. So reducing Catholicism's fervor would be a good thing to do at this point. It is going up by 0.4. Indeed. Now, out of curiosity, what would we need to do to dismantle the papacy? Is that something that can be done right now? Not currently, it looks like. Although we can extort our subjects, and we may as well do that. No reason not to do that one. Why take a little when we can take a lot, indeed. Consider it done. And in we go. This is going to take very, very little amounts of time to take this all over. Wonderful. We're at 37% war score. They're sieging down here and up here. It's irrelevant. I don't care. They can do that all they want. We're going to take their capital here. And they're actually coming to fight us. They shouldn't do this, but whatever. That's going to end the war. Like, they get stack wiped here. This guy is claiming the Kingdom of Finland. You know, I don't actually care about the Kingdom of Finland. It doesn't matter. I only made it for de jure claims. So we would kill this mayor, and we would gain some dread. Done. Sounds good. So I want to attack over here and get this cleaned up. This is more de jure lands, and we're definitely going to do that. We'll raise up our men-at-arms around here. That's going to take a while for them to raise, but they'll head on in. And that looks good. We definitely are cleaning up this area nicely. I'd like to get, like, Lithuania, Estonia, England, of course, under our control. I'd like to attack Gowrie over here. This guy wants to wants a truce with us. I'm actually going to decline that. He fears our intentions, as well he should. So we're going to hop down over here and spend our gold. We've got pikemen here. We can definitely get blacksmiths to upgrade them. Over here, all we can do is upgrade our income, which isn't, you know, ideal. Basically the same scenario here. We've got a lot of these getting very close to being capped out, but we can definitely do a few additional upgrades. So here I would be delighted to get additional windmills. And up here in Banifing, we can go for Caravanserai. That'll be fine. So that's our gold broadly spent down. That looks good. Back up in Scandinavia. That's some awkward positioning he's done. Okay. So he decided to come fight us right before our men-at-arms arrived. And I think he did that because I started raising levy troops. Well now. That's very rude of him, and we will have our revenge on him for sure. So these levy troops are going to turn their way back around as soon as they're done retreating. Well, they'll get there eventually. But that was incredibly, incredibly rude of him. Okay, get back up here. I'm pretty sure I instigated that. I'm like 99% certain of that one. So yeah, these Catholic populists are going to fire in about 10 months. We should probably let them and deal with them after this war. Okay, I'm going to leave behind our bombards here. And they are going to head in over this way, along with these guys, while we head up and get our revenge. Let's go. Yeah, we're going to catch something here. That sounds good. Do we have a siege leader down this way? I mean, it doesn't matter. Our bombards siege so quickly that we don't really need one. But this is fine. And yeah, absolutely, there's our revenge. Perfect. As the saying goes, revenge is a dish best served lukewarm. Pretty sure that's how that saying goes, right? I'm pretty sure. So we're at 100% war score. We're going to enforce these demands and disband our troops. That is, of course, nearly all of Scandinavia under our control. Not quite. The Baltic Empire, we don't have much in. Russia is not created. We only have 42 of 54 counties. Okay. I'm just checking in on these various empires. Yeah, we don't quite have enough for a lot of them yet. That's fine. So we know that we're going to have these populists firing in 5 months. So I absolutely think that we should just wait on that. That's going to be a pretty significant set of wars, and that's definitely something we should wait on. So let's get some additional gold expenditures done. What do we have going on here? Yes, this is acceptable, and this is acceptable. I right-click and drag off. Once you've right-clicked on it, there's no way to cancel it, actually. So that's exciting. I'm holding the right mouse button right now. When I release it out here, this is still going to be dismissed. Not the best UI design in the world. I'm not sure why they don't drop the deselection when you move off of it, but okay, whatever. We'll go with it. So over here in Laraba, we want to continue to boost up our pikemen. So blacksmiths will be absolutely fine there. And our men-at-arms are just becoming more and more powerful all the time. They're really, really close, though, to being maxed. There's very little else that we can do to put power into them, other than potentially having slightly more efficient accolades, right? So that would be a better way to go about it, but... Oh, we can actually boost up our number of armored footmen. We should do that. So that looks good. I also should probably go through and check for successors here. Mayor Zero, skill 17. Okay. In you go. What do we got here? Mayor Zenku, skill 8. That's not a lot of skill, but, you know, whatever. What do we got here? Davi, we can recruit him to a court, and now he is skill 10. There we go. So now we've got a successor here. And for Bearer of the Emperor's Mace, we can seek one. Okay, that sounds good. So we're going to do exactly that. Will he get here before this faction fires? It'll be in 3 months, so we'll find out. We gained a stress level. There's a scheme at court. Someone's trying to kill our champion. Okay. We're trying to sway this guy? Yeah, King of France. That's actually okay. This ransom is acceptable, 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 and acceptable. Cool. So, these guys are going to fire in 2 months. This guy is going to be their leader. He is currently located here. I don't know if he'll still be there after the rebellion fires, but we'll see. We do get a stewardship perk, and we can take golden aplomb. That'll boost our income nicely. Not that we need more money, but, you know, whatever. We can raise up our forces here. We'll pre-raise men-at-arms and levy troops. We will definitely need a sizable amount of forces for this. But this is going to be less problematic than it was when we were doing this with Black Death. So, there's also not currently a second faction here. The Bedouin Ashari populace over here are too weak. So for now, we're just going to have to deal with one of these. That's very solid. Did we ever get an accolade successor for this guy? Not yet. Okay. So that's fine for now. This is going to fire any moment now. Where are you at? 1 month? Okay, I'm just going to keep raising here for now. We're going to raise everything that we've got. This is going to be a large enemy force, but they're going to be spread out. We probably don't need quite this concentration of force, but we'll go with it. Come on. Send your ultimatum. You can do it. Also, do we ever get this? Okay, there's... Yeah, you'll have it in death. So there's the Catholic uprising. We have not gotten a worthy successor yet. Okay, so where's this guy at? Well, that's awkward. Okay. He is a very long ways away from us. Well, let's just make our way on up here and start working on taking out some of these forces. We're just going to start fighting forces on the way towards him. They are likely going to start grouping together, and that's useful for us, actually. So this is all absolutely expected at this point. There's that accolade successor. So that is Wagyu, skill 14. What do we got here? There he is. Excellent. In you go. So, of course, they're sieging a lot of places simultaneously right now. This is absolutely expected. And actually, I kind of want to siege this. Okay. That was worth a decent amount of war score there. Yeah. I like it. So we're going to get this under our control. We're going to... They're actually disembarking a fair number of units here. No, I want to fight their forces here. Absolutely. Any forces that they have here, I want to fight. We're at 28% war score right now. This is going very well. Okay. So we're able to siege here, which is a very big deal. The fact that we're able to siege this rather than purely playing defense is tremendously good. So we're currently at 65% war score right now. I want to point that out. Okay, now it's down to 52 because of these jerks, but we're going to head down here and eliminate them. This is a Kingdom of Croatia. Why are you here, Kingdom of Croatia? Just leave. Yeah, that's right. Get out of here. You chose a really bad time for whatever this is. Okay, I see these guys sailing over here. Where is their leader at right now? Okay, he is actually sailing down to Africa. You know what? I don't care. He can do that. We're going to keep sieging up here. This is wondrous. War's over. We'll enforce those demands, and in case he somehow manages to decline, we're going to do this. There we go. So, war is over. That was exceptionally easy. I love it. That was way, way easier than expected. So, we're still truced with Britannia at this point. Let's check in on Sapmi. We have a little bit of de jure up over here. This is 4 counties. Hang on. That's 4 de jure counties. We can just create the title right now. Hang on. Why can we do that? I feel like we should have been short a few counties for that. But guess what? Now we can do that. So, that's pretty good. Let's definitely get that under control. So where's his capital at? Over here? His forces are over here? Sure. We can raise somewhere like here. We'll raise a few forces here. It's not quite a greedy raise. He can see us, by the way, in this location. He can see that we're here. It's kind of a greedy raise, let's be honest. Okay. So now we've got about 50 days until our men-at-arms arrive. Once they do, of course, this war will go very quickly. Currently occupying Bosun? Okay, whatever. I really don't care about that. Where even is that? Here. Okay. Well, have fun with that, buddy. Okay. So let's group these forces together. We're going to walk up over this way, and we're going to give some amount of battle here, it looks like. Which is... He's going to try to pile in here. Yeah, he stack wiped too quickly. He can't actually do that. That's what I thought. Bombards and levy forces are going to be split out. There's no point in chasing his armies with these. So we're going to do something like that. They're going to come siege out over here while we run up over this way. Excellent. This will be over very swiftly and will, of course, give us the entirety of the Empire of Scandinavia, which is excellent. Okay. I don't know what this war was. I don't think it ever actually existed. Whatever. Okay. So we're just going to continue to fight over this way, and they are getting stack wiped. No shockers here, of course. There are a lot of diseases right now, although there's actually fewer diseases than there previously were, so that's nice. Okay. More stack wipes happening here, and we're going to head up this direction. We're at 60% war score. Let's go take over their capital. That will put us at a bare minimum of, like, 85. It's actually 100. Fantastic. We captured their air. So we're going to enforce those demands and disband our troops. This guy is now under our control. He's not very happy about it, but he is under our control. We can demand his conversion, and he would accept that, which would be a good thing to do. Fantastic. So this ransom is acceptable, this ransom is not acceptable, and this ransom is not acceptable. Okay, well, that seems like a good time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to continue to try to clean up this area up over here, most likely, and go after Britannia once this truce is up. We'll see what ends up happening with that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Atala, Ali Lee, Dark Horse, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kintogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.